Hey everyone, I'm back to give you all an update on my combined locks, and I'm gonna count my locks for you guys, okay? A lot of you guys want to know how many locks I have, and I'm not even 100% sure. My guess is 98. My guess is 98 right now. I'm not sure. I've combined so many locks over the years. I believe I started out with about 120 locks. I'm not 100% sure. I always felt like every time I counted my locks, I got different numbers. So I'm not sure how much locks I had when I first started out. But my guess right now is 98 or 97. Okay, because I know I combined a bunch. So let's go through my combined locks. I don't want to take down my cute bun. So let's just look at it, you know. Let's look at it before I take it down. I love me a sloppy bun. And right now I have like a braid out kind of thing going on. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to divide my hair in half. Just so that it'll be easier for me to keep track of what I'm doing. First, I'm gonna count them all, okay? Be patient, please. So I just counted them and I got 94, okay? 94. Should I count again to make sure? Maybe, but I'm not going to. So if anybody asks me, 94. That's the answer I'll give them, 94. So how many combined locks do I have? My guess is 14. I think I have combined 14 over the years. 14 times 2 is 28. 28 plus 94. That sounds about right. So let's see about my combined locks. I know most of my combined locks are in this area, though I do have some in the back. But all of my combined locks are around my edges. So I don't have any combined in the middle because these were made the thickest. So I'm good on that in that area. Here is one. And I combined this maybe either earlier this year or late last year. So this is pretty new. Fairly new compared to like some of my other ones. Yeah, I think I have about this much. Wait. This much of one lock. You know, does that make sense? And then like this much is a combined lock. 2, I combined this maybe a year or 2 ago. This much is a twist, a combined lock, and then here to here is one lock. So I'm not going to be doing that with every single lock, don't worry. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, by the way, I clip all of my ends of my combined locks so that I know that they're combined, because before I did that I would sew the ends and I would just forget that they're combined, and I would like run my fingers through my hair and I would feel like a tangle and I would just gank it, not even thinking, and then I would realize, wait, oh, I'm just ruining my combined lock. So having these on the ends helped me to remember that it's combined. Plus I'm not the best at 2-strand twisting. I know sometimes I end up twisting it the wrong direction, and I can tell because when over time, maybe at the first retwist or maybe at the second retwist, but eventually after I retwist my locks, when I used to retwist my locks, or when I do my king's hair, for instance, I combine a couple locks on his head, and I will eventually retwisting it clockwise, I would find out that I did my twist the opposite direction, so that would make the twist unravel, and then I would realize that it would, you know, it would be big gaps in the twist. I don't remember my point, but let me keep counting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, band these out the way. 8. Oh, but then I also have locks that I combined early in my journey, and those I don't have clip ends to. For instance, this one, I combined this one probably before I was even fully locked. Definitely before I was even fully locked. As you can see, I only have these little short two-headed ends. So the majority of the lock is one lock. So I need to add that to the bunch as well. So that's 9 on this half of my head. I have a braid from my braid out that I forgot to take out. Okay, so I think that's it. I have 14. Was that how much I predicted? I forgot. But yes, as you can see, the sizing of my combined locks, it kind of blends pretty well with the rest of my locks. So that means, you know, my locks are pretty thin prior for me to, you know, get to double them up and have them equal one of my regular locks. Yeah, so I think that I made the right decision in combining all of these locks. Yeah, I know a lot of people are really concerned and consumed with the amount of locks that they have. That's not important. It's really not. I mean, I guess unless you're superstitious or something. In that case, don't be superstitious. You can't look at your locks or look at your hair and then try to compare how many locks that you should have or you should want because of my hair or anyone else's hair, because there's so many factors involved when it comes to, you know, the sizing of your locks and how many locks you're gonna have. Obviously, if the number is that important to you, then you're gonna part your hair accordingly. But now, the size of your locks may not be how you want them to be. You know what I mean? You have to consider how thick your hair is, as in like how many hairs you have on your scalp, how thick each individual strand of hair on your head is. You want to consider the different textures of hair around your scalp. There may be more factors that I'm not thinking of right now, but hair density, hair thickness, hair texture. Well, those are 3 basic factors involved when it comes to how thick your locks are going to be or how many locks you're going to have. You just never really know what you're going to get. When I went to the salon and got my locks installed the first time, well, it was only one time, I initially wanted thick locks or thicker locks, but then I got scared last minute and I said, no, make them small, make them small. And she made them pretty small, but then maybe as I got into like month 3, month 4, my locks got pretty thick. And so I was kind of happy that they were thickening up, because that's initially what I wanted, but then I just, you know, chickened out. But as they started to really lock, they thinned out again. And you know, over the years, you know, when it comes to, you know, styling and just the age of locks, they thinned out even more, I guess. So now they're kind of small, but right now you can't really judge the size of my locks because they are in a braid out. So naturally, when you do braid outs, they temporarily shrink your locks until you wash them again. So yeah, you can't really tell from this video how thick my locks are. But, well, you can get a good idea because a lot of the ends have fallen out already. Like, so this is a good judge of how thick my locks are. I'm pretty satisfied with my hair. I love my hair, and I'm going to continue to lock them. I'm going to continue to dye them. And I'm going to continue to grow them. That's it. Check out my 5-gear lock update video. Check out my Amazon store to see what products I used. And if you buy some, you'll definitely be supporting me. Check out my lock jewelry store. Obviously, you'll be supporting me if you buy from my store. I don't have a ton of videos here, but I try to make playlists to suit your needs. So definitely check out my playlists to see what videos you are interested in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video. Leave me a comment below. And thanks for watching. Love, light, and locks.